Well, welcome to day 36. After not too much water yesterday, there's a lot of water here just for this little stretch. But anyway, had a relatively good night last night. The thunderstorm came and it was sort of a short-term duration thing. I did hear one guy say he was standing in the shelter and actually saw hail. I didn't see any hail, so I don't know what the deal is. But maybe he was thinking somewhere else too, I don't know. So I'm just going to, got a couple of options today. I have a 10-mile option and a 12-mile option. Just going to see how the old legs feel. Yesterday was a really hard day, so we're just going to see what happens. I have some climbing to do today too, a couple thousand feet. I have a 1,200 foot climb coming up some point in the day, and it's legit. I've done it before too, but yeah, nothing new on the home front today, or nothing new on the trail front I have to talk about. But welcome to day 36. So it's a really nice morning this morning. Temperature is 52 degrees. Everything is crisp and fresh. Smells good from the little rain last night. So really enjoying this. I started out with an uphill. That kind of got me going a little bit, but we're just going to ease our way down the trail. I'm learning that it's not how fast you hike, basically it's how long you hike. I hike a bit slower than some others, but especially uphill. But basically we're all trying to do 2.5 miles an hour. That's the speed that you can navigate the trail. So just thought I'd give you a little bit of a picture of what I've got going. Let me be quiet here and see if you can hear the birds singing around me. Okay, so here's the view from the top of Lookout Mountain. And most of the mountains are below us, and the peaks I've already come over today are about on the same level. And there may be a better viewpoint up here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is just really amazingly beautiful. Okay, so I'm taking a mid-afternoon break here for my final push to camp. I have 2.1, 2.2 miles. Basically, I have a mile up this mountain, 700 feet in elevation gain. And then I have a mile down the other side to Springs where I'm going to camp. And the reason I got my puffy on is it's windy today, and sometimes the wind is cold. And when you stop and quit moving and you're sweaty, that wind just chills you to the bone. So I put on a puffy. I made a cell phone call to Mrs. Grayson. Good to hear her voice. And my setup for the rest of this day, let me check the time here. I'm ahead of yesterday's schedule. Yeah, 3:38. Well, that's getting on toward 4 o'clock. It'll be 5:30 probably till I make it to camp, which is that's not a bad time. Last night I think I made it 6 or 6:15. I had plenty of time to do what I needed to do. So anyway, it's been a pretty day. It hasn't. The first climb was, all in all, I think 1,600 feet overall, and I did that well. You know, you always wish that you were less tired at the top. This will be a little bit, these climbs at the end of the day after you clicked off, 10.5 miles are hard. but they're not undoable, and I've done it before. So I'll keep taking you along, and I'll see you in camp tonight once I get up over. It's called Lookout Mountain, and I saw it across the valley, and I thought, oh, I bet that's what I'm going up. And it looks kind of steep, so they do have a view marker on it saying that there are really great views from the top, and I'm sure there are, because it's sort of this prominent mountain kind of in the middle of a couple of ridges of stuff, and so I'm sure you can see both east and west. So I need to just get my butt in gear here and grind out this last mile of uphill. It may take me an hour to make it up. It won't take me an hour to make it down. So anyway, I'm taking you along with me. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Okay, so wrap up of day 36. Made it to camp. Really nice campsite. The weather's wonderful. It's like 72 degrees now and the sun is shining. The climb was steep, but it went way better than expected. So into camp, I did check tonight. I have about an 8-mile day into town tomorrow, which is fantastic. I made arrangements to stay in a hostel so I can resupply tomorrow night, and then get back out on the trail. The grade from this point, I do have a climb to start in the morning a little bit, but once that, it's really easy grading in all the way into town, which is fantastic. So all in all, it's been a really fantastic day. My legs felt so much better. That rest before a climb and refuel, that really worked today. I felt so much better. I took about a 45-minute break and ate some food and drank some water, and then finished my last couple of miles. So there's something to taking breaks at the right times to give your body a chance to kind of catch up and get back in the groove. So yeah, one day out of Glasgow, we'll do a resupply, and then be 2 days to my next point, and I just need to resupply for 2 days, which means I get a light pack. There's a pretty steep climb out of Glasgow up from the James River. The James River is probably the lowest point on the AT, I think. Maybe not, but close to it anyway. And then we go up to a couple thousand feet and noodle around, and then come down again, and want to get picked up at Buena Vista. So that's kind of the wrap up of day 36. Saw some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenery. That last highcock knob I climbed up over, you could just see forever. There wasn't a clear view, which is unfortunate, but you could just see out both east and west mountains and valleys, and the sun, in the late afternoon, the sun is more yellow, and it was just really extraordinarily beautiful. So great day. So that makes like, since I got back on trail after norovirus, the first day was 10 miles, then 15 miles, then 13 miles, and 13 miles. So I'm gradually being able to increase my mileage, which is fantastic. I need to be in that 12 to 15 mile per day range going forward, just to give myself some cushion and hit some of the date points I want. I'm kind of behind, but that was a little bit to be expected. So it's great to get the point where your body is responding and doing the things you're asking it to do instead of being pure drudgery. So anyway, signing off. Thanks for all of you that are coming along.